Hey guys. So, last week I had been entering on Instagram for giveaways, and I actually won my very first giveaway, and it was for the 78 cards, the Book of Meanings, by Lana Zellner. It was just the book. And so, a little story behind that. I was really excited for the book because of all the amazing authors that write in it. And, but I was like, oh no, I was like, I don't have money and I can't afford the deck. And I didn't know if Lana was going to only make a certain amount and then stop. So, one of my friends on Facebook, she was all like, oh, I'll totally buy it for you. And we ended up doing trade work for it. So I'm doing readings and artwork for her. And so that was so nice of her to offer to buy the deck for me. And then I get a message on Instagram from Tarot Girl Next Door, who was doing a giveaway. And she was like, oh, I have extra. I can totally give you one. And so, yeah, so super, super thoughtful of her to give me another one, knowing that when she knew I wasn't going to have the deck, she didn't know my friend was getting one for me. So, yeah, so I have two super thoughtful decks here from two amazing people. Yeah, so that is why I have two decks and one book. So, the deck, I also trimmed one, so you can see that the sizing is a little different. Check out the backs. I love that. I wish that well, actually, you know what? No, in the lighting, you can actually see the roses a lot compared to when it's darker. But yeah, so I really love the backings on this, and I thought that trimming it would make it like really tiny, and yeah, it is. It is tiny, but not as small as I thought it was going to be. So here's a little comparison. So, I mean, it's really not too bad, I don't think. But, yeah, so we'll get into the cards in, I think I'm going to do it in separate videos. Maybe like a part 1, part 2 type of thing. So, yeah, so the decks come in this nice velvet pouch with 2 drawstrings. And the inside is kind of like, almost like a raincoat material. So if these got wet, if this got wet with your cards in it, I really feel like they would be protected. So really good little pouch for the cards. All right, so here is the book. It is pretty heavy. It's nice quality. It's like a book. Sorry, my cat's going crazy with the she wants to play with the pouch strings. But yeah, the book is one that I would probably see at a bookstore. And it has a little symbol right here. The author's on the side. So we have and I'm pretty sure it's Lana, not Lana. So Lana Zellner and Kellyanne Maddox, which of course we all know. Christy Talbot. Sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. She is Tarot Girl Next Door, who is the one that gifted me the deck and the book. And then Sebastian Ackerson. Yeah, I have never heard of him yet, and I just followed him on Instagram, so I'm really looking forward to checking his stuff out. And then Ethne Dawn, of course, she's very popular in the tarot community. And one thing about the book is I really do enjoy the fact that it's written by all these different authors, because each section that they wrote, you can tell how different it is and how you might see like the death card, it could mean something to you, but reading how they perceive the card and how they explain what they feel it means to them, I've been able to really tap into things that I had no idea or had even thought of about certain cards. So I really do enjoy reading the book a lot based on that fact alone of the different perspectives of the artists. And then it's signed by her, so I thought that was really sweet. Yeah, so it has the authors down here. In the book, it was made, it was organized very nicely. As you can see, there's like tabs and stuff, so it's organized really nicely. And the colors are just gorgeous. The colors in the cards are so vibrant. In the book too, like even the white is super white. Like, I know that sounds silly. So it has a little dedication and a thank you note for the authors and stuff for the book. And okay, so a little bit about me. A few years ago, I had apprentice for a tattoo apprenticeship. And I've been into art since like elementary school. I've always been drawing, and I really got into tattooing in the art form back in, I want to say 2004. And so it was always a passion of mine, and I ended up doing an apprentice for about a year. It didn't work out though, so, but who's to say, maybe later on in life it won't again, happen and I'll get a chance. But yeah, so coming from that background of understanding the tattoo world and how apprenticeships work, she talks about that. She talks about being an architectural drawer, and how she kind of fell out of drawing and it became more work for her, and she really missed how she really missed having that passion for drawing. And so she decided to leave that world behind and really focus on her artwork and get back into it. And within doing that, she discovered that she really loved the tattoo art style. And she, I feel like she fought really hard to get an apprenticeship. And with landing a job like that, it is not easy. It's very hard to get an apprenticeship. It's a lot of work. It's not easy at all. And you have to be very, very dedicated and very passionate, which it shows in her cards here that she was definitely all of that. And she talks about her project, Operation Drawmore, which she had on Instagram. So if you follow her, you would have seen her hashtag Operation Drawmore and all the drawings she drew for over that course of the year and a half, I think it was. Her first drawing when she decided she wanted to get back into drawing was this cute little fish, and she talks about it right here. And when she spoke to one of the artists about getting an apprenticeship, they told her, keep drawing lots, build a solid portfolio of your artwork, be persistent, and do not take no for an answer. And that really, held strong for her, and she said it was a big focus on the project. And that is totally true. You got to be very persistent with an apprenticeship, and you got to work hard, and you got to draw. You got to draw, you got to paint every single day. You have to live and breathe the artwork, because that is what the job is. She also posted, this is really neat, she confided in the cards for what, for guidance for what her path should be. And she ended up pulling these cards, and she talks about how that influenced her in deciding in doing the 78 Cards project, because she wanted to focus on something that she could really sink her teeth into and be super just live and breathe, the artwork. And she wanted to do something on a large scale with lots of drawings. And, it just completely dawned on her, make a tarot deck. There's 78 cards or 78 individual drawings. So connecting those two things together is a really smart idea. And then she She talks about some of the cards here, when she drew them, and a little bit about it and stuff when she, her sketches. So more in a detail of certain cards. Not the meanings at all, but just the making of the cards, which I really like that. She talks a little bit more about the cards and about the book here. And then the authors have a little about me kind of section here. Alright, so the very first section is the Major Arcana, which Kellyanne Maddox writes. And then we have Sebastian Axon, who writes The Suit of Cups. Anthony Dawn writes The Suit of Swords, and Christy Talbot writes The Suit of Wands. So yes, you can see the little sides there. Got their own little tabs, so it's really cool. And then each artist has an introduction to their own section. So Kelly has her introduction to the Major Arcana. And then you can see it has the number, the card, and it also has the drawing number. And when we show the card, you'll see how that correlates to it. The images are very, very nice, and we all know that normally when you get a deck, it usually comes with a little white book or something really flimsy or just really tiny, and a lot of times there is no image at all, and if there is an image, it usually is in black and white. So this is doing a complete 180 here and having a full page in full vibrant color. So it's really nice that you get the cards and you get kind of like a little slice of her artwork here as almost like a separate little print. So it's pretty cool. So, yeah, and then, let me see. Getting to a different section here. All right, so wands. Yeah, so Wands is by Christy, and it has her introduction too. And you'll see Kelly, she just wrote hold on, sorry. She talks about the card here, and then Christy also has just one section about the card. I know somebody else. I noticed that, where is it? Cups. Yes, okay, so cups. Sorry, my book is flailing everywhere. It also has divinatory meanings. So that is something that, that particular author decided to add. So all of their writings have divinatory meaning sections. And then Ethany's, I know Ethany did the swords. The Pentacles section also has keywords. So every author, kind of put a little twist on their own little thing here. So that was really interesting. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, so after the Pentacles, that's it. There's nothing in the back. The book, the quality of the book, I like everything about the book on the inside. I wish, for me, this was a gift, so I didn't have to pay for it, so no complaining in that. But for somebody that is paying for the book, I believe the book is, I think $55, and I think the deck is $60. Or I don't know. It's somewhere between the $50 to $60 range. I know that. For that price for the book, I wish it was a hardcover, just because I love hardcover books, and it just helps protect them a lot more. Like, I've only had this for like a week, and I've already kind of like dinged up the pages just from using it. But yeah, that's my only wish, is I wish it was hardcover. But I know that probably would have added on an extra, an extra fee. And with it being, independent and her first deck, there's a lot that goes into making this stuff. And it, I don't know the story. Maybe it wasn't easy to do a hardcover. Maybe it just wouldn't work out, or the price was too much. I don't know. So, but that would be the only extra wish that I have, is that it was a hardcover. But other than that, I really love it. I love the artwork. I love I love that she chose these authors. I think that was really amazing. Yeah. All right, so we will go into the actual deck. I'm going to separate this in a part 2 video because we're already at 15 minutes and all my videos are long, so we're going to try and shorten it here. So I will see you guys in part 2.